Everyone's ready. The entire crowd's like prepped. Everything's gone silent. Nergalt says that he'll give you. He can say either, do you want him to start or do you want to start? This is so just for the sake of everyone knowing what the rules are, how this works is your performance is based on what the story you're telling is, how you perform it, explaining how you perform it, and then making a roll. Depending on what you tell me, will garner if it's an advantage roll or not. Based on how many points are tallied towards the end from the beginning, middle, and end, the final score will say if you won or not. Do you want to go first, or shall Nergalt go first?
I don't know if I want to follow him. You know what? You go first.
All right.
Wake went out and bought some popcorn. Just found a nice seat.
Scrung puts a rock in it.
Oh, fuck. Before the show actually starts, Ezra's just casually hanging out on the deck, but doing, like, card tricks. So sleight of hand. 28.
That's some fucking sick card hands you're doing, my dude. You are. It's like you're using magic to make all this card shit just happen.
Just keeping
Hold on.
Keeping the crowd
The one dude with the t-shirt. Yeah, he just throws you money.
How much?
$100.
Hey!
He's the foaming at the mouth guy from Avatar.
Yeah. Just a little fucking tabaxi dude.
Well, someone in the Fine Day Boardwalk likes us.
All right.
Assuming that's every cat.
So, Nergalt gets on stage. Everything goes quiet. Friends, though some of you may or may not ever trek outside the blanket of our grand country of Las Seranas, listen to my tale of beings beyond this realm. Boom. Percussion. Beings of great ferocious power. Boom! Lights turn red. Like the chorus starts going ooh, so like you're getting like a Scar vibe from this. Beings that once threatened our way of peace. Boom! The light now goes up on the top rafter, and there's a lookout of what looks like the ocean. However, in comes this wayward vessel that looks like a fucking piece of hell itself is floating towards you. And the beings who pushed this monster back where it came from and ensured our way of peace. Heroes, all sorts of shapes and sizes. Dudes in knight armor looking angelic as all get out. However, I want you guys to roll me an intelligence check.
4,
6.
15.
Wake, that tower shield looks oddly familiar.
Does it have red feathers along with it?
You don't see feathers, but that tower shield looks like you've seen it somewhere very recently. As my tale will be of one that tells you of the onrush. You're open. Let me roll for him first before I do so. That was him introducing what he's going to do. I want you to introduce what you're going to do before we go into the first part.
Okay.
Oh, man, you have to interrupt these acts. That's rough.
This is just to gauge the crowd, so all right, that's that for...
It kind of really goes to show, like, how much showmanship you put into it, because if your act can't stand being interrupted, then maybe it's not all that strong.
There are a lot of rocks in this popcorn. I could probably make better.
Eloy throws on his feather cloak.
Oh, wait.
Roll with advantage.
No, not yet.
Hi, everybody. My name's Eloy, and I thought long and hard about what kind of song I should play, what kind of story I should tell, whether it should be my own adventures or a time-honored classic like the Ballad of Billy Punchy Face.
Whoa! Punchy Face!
And I want to be honest with y'all. All I really ever wanted to do was sail around the ocean and make people happy with my music. But I've come to learn that music can express all kinds of emotions, and today's not a day for happiness. You see, the city of Bulkhard has lost a friend.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck.
and today, I spent some time.
I take my hat off. You can
I
see me.
attended his funeral this morning, and I got to talking to his family and his loved ones. And I'd like to share his story with you. I only knew him for a very short time. I may have gotten some of the details wrong, but I believe I've captured the spirit.
Woo! The guy in the crowd, roll persuasion.
That'd be a 23.
All right. 23. I hate this.
He lives on.
I hate this. You
Lord
know
bless.
this, right?
We remember. The wonders remember.
All right. Let me just double check if I got this right. I do. Okay.
He lives on in our stomachs.
So-
He'll fuel you to victory.
Ballad of Billy Punchy Face, Dirge of Pistachio.
Folks, I call this song Spumoni's Lament.
You people can never bitch about pistachio ever again.
Turnabout
after
is
this.
fair play, DM.
I'll allow this. This is fun. I like this. So we return. So that was your turn. Now we go on to the beginning of Nergalt's thing. Pretty much, I'm just making an exposition dump for his story.
Sure.
Many years ago, a wayward vessel, one carrying a storm cloud that turned the sky dark red, was rumored to sail the northern islands of our country, housing a crimson devil that sought conquest beyond our beautiful landscape, our clear oceans, beyond our beautiful landscape. Oh, geez, I might have wrote that wrong. Oh, and the blood of every man, woman, and child that lives on this planet. With dark magics no righteous man can wield, the devil spread his dark influence over the northern islands, warping nature itself, man, and magic into a twisted shell of its former self, hell-bent on chaos and destruction. You're watching as, like, this entirely towering man stands on top of this hell rock that's in the middle of the ocean. You can feel, like, just the absolute dread of seeing this man. He doesn't have a form. You can't name this form. I want each of you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Pistachio, see me through.
Modified 20.
17.
10?
10.
Oh, dude, it shook you up. Something fucking fierce. You are feeling the dread this man is screaming out to the audience as the vision of whatever this creature is looking out beyond you. Wake.
Uh-huh.
Something about this seems familiar. Almost gives you a kind of familiar vibe before you even met any of these people. Let me continue on real quick. With no true name to be given, no quarter given to any man. With that, we call this evil the onrush. And you hear like the fucking percussion just kicks in. There are people coming on with like masks and shit, showcasing like just all like when he said like man, woman, and child, there were people just like coming out on stage, all illusioned up to look like people just in fear and dread. The choir is bouncing in with like their oohs, ahs, and again, this feels like a be prepared moment. This shit's happening. I'm going to roll. Holy shit, that's a good roll.
See Eloy kind of shooken by the performance. Don't worry, man, you got this.
Yeah, just giving Eloy a thumbs up from not screen.
All right, your turn for the first part.
All right, this is going to take a second of preparation.
I what now?
Just a second.
Oh boy.
A second of preparation.
Oh god.
Oh,
He's
man.
at the
At the
soundboard.
fucking mixer?
He's laughing maniacally.
Wow, he's really been putting thought into this.
Fucking Jesus. Why do you think I showed up early? Yeah. Moment, give us a moment,
Oh god.
folks. Oh, fuck.
There's a soundboard involved.
A familiar soundboard speaker appears on our table.
I'm sure the sound will carry over.
Yeah, the sound will be.
So how are you guys?
I'm real interested.
I am into this.
I'm super into this, too. I don't even care if it's pistachio related. This is great.
This is just the curtain closed, and just like the audience is like, oh man, what's
Yeah, so that's why it's like who in the audience can hold the most attention and
Yeah.
shit.
We'll see. All right, here we go.
All right.
Curtain opens. Spotlight hits.
If you've ever been to Spumoni's crematorium in Ebrook Hall, then you know that there's nothing better to cool you off on a hot afternoon than their famous triple layer ice cream. But you may not know just how much the Spumoni family lost to be able to bring it to the people of Ebrook Hall. The Spumoni sisters, Coco and Sakura, had been working on the recipe with their little brother Peter for years, but they could never quite find the final ingredient. Peanuts, cashews, almonds, walnuts, they tried them all. Finally, in secret, Peter prayed to Brookalina, the queen of ice and winter, and she answered his prayers. With the first bite, Peter knew he'd found the final ingredient. With the second bite, he knew he'd found perfection. With the third bite,
Roll with advantage.
So to explain what was going on there, the piano and the drums he was playing manually. Minor illusion into the orb to conjure the beautiful ice creams that people at home could see. When those cut off, the flute, because he cannot talk and play the flute at the same time, the flute was also a minor illusion, which was why the ice cream went away before the flute cut in. I thought this through.
Real quick. So roll me that, and then roll me Arcane afterwards.
Okay. So that's a nat 20 on performance.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
so modified 30.
Modified 30. Fucking Jesus.
Yeah. My first roll before advantage was a 19.
Wow.
And then Arcana 13.
Okay, let me just roll real quick. All right. The crowd is getting into the illusion. Like, a lot of them are just like, oh, it's an illusion, but they're like, oh, wait, no, the special effects are actually kind of legit. Shit, I really want ice cream right now.
Yeah, Wake's just looking down at his popcorn. It's like, why did I get this trash?
Lo and behold, there's Grammy with a bowl of ice cream.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah. Are you gonna guess the flavor?
How? Survival check of modified 20.
It's blood.
Orange
Orange blood.
Oh, blood orange. It's really good. I like sherbet. Thank you, Grammy.
I sleight of hand 16 to try and just get a scoop on my finger.
Roll it.
16.
Sleight of hand 16
Oh, 16?
versus my. Wait, what am I rolling against? Sleight of
What
hand?
do you want to do?
Either stop him or I guess I have to notice. Sleight
If
of
you
hand
notice,
first.
it's investigation.
Okay. I match it. Does that notice?
Enough to know that his finger is reeling away. He got some.
It's good.
Not bad.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention when the first part of the story ended on a cliffhanger, the silence was not normal silence. I cast silence on the audience
Oh,
to
God.
really sell the tension,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
and left it there just long enough for people to notice, like, oh no, this is eerie, and then let it go, like just long enough to be a little uncomfortable.
And now we move on to the second part of All right. One carrying storm cloud. Okay, here we go.
I want to know what the third ingredient was. Screw this other guy.
Now, Wake. I mean, Sheldon. We have to let them perform. It wouldn't be fair.
Fine.
You watch as a being kind of like erupts from the rigging itself. It almost seems familiar, almost like a same lumbering giant that almost appeared to you at Jahal Cove. This is a image of the Abyssal, and everyone in the crowd kind of just goes, "Oh fuck!"
Most of these people probably haven't even really seen one.
No, but it looks strikingly similar.
Well, maybe the guy has.
The seas gave forth to the abyss. Boom. Men of once noble lineage begin to drink blood from their kinsmen. Red just goes, "Oh fuck."
That seems like a bad idea.
As the water from around the Yeldon erupts up and turns red and splashes onto people.
Ugh,
A splash zone.
my ice cream.
Let's see. Nature itself began to devour the very world around it, and kingdoms sank into the bottom of the sea, never to be found again. You see,
Not by man.
you watch as like pieces of continents begin to fall. This is like a cataclysmic event, and shit that almost seems like little towers out in the middle of the water begin to sink away.
Ooh.
Retaliation impossible. These magic and creatures from the north wield a power not known beyond us. And it seemed that all hope was lost. Boom. So you pretty much just watched as the world to the north.
Dark middle chapter of the world being
the world just fucking falling into abyss to the north.
I feel like we're in the middle of that dark middle chapter.
Let me roll. With the fucking ocean and shit rocking, he's gonna get an advantage roll on this one. All right.
Just walks off stage. Good luck.
Okay, your turn.
Yep, and big thanks to our tech guy Brian for holding up his end of this. You may fire when ready. Pad 2.
Peter awoke in the temple of Selima, the queen of fire and summer. The priests of Selima had healed him, but they told him that Selima had punished him for bringing a tiny bit of winter into her domain. Although Peter had created perfection, he himself would never be able to taste it, on pain of death. Pray to Selima for forgiveness, the priest said. Cast off your sinful ice creams and become a pie monger or a cakesmith. But Peter would have none of it. Look at the perfection I have created. I will accept the curse of Selima as the price I must pay to birth it into the world. Do not let my sacrifice be in vain, dear sisters. Yet I know that if I stay here at the crematorium, surrounded by beauty of which I myself cannot partake, one day the temptation to sample my creation will prove too great a trial. Therefore I shall take myself into exile, that my family may be spared Selima's curse. I shall travel to Bulkhard to live out my days as a simple dock worker, and I shall take a new name, a name to remind me of the heights I have reached and all that I have lost. And also to remind me to never eat pistachios, or I will fucking die.
Every fucking child in the audience is just at a loss now. Every child has a crippling fucking fear of nuts.
We just killed the pistachio trade.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
I didn't touch it. Look at it. Look at it.
Another nat 20.
Nat 20. 25.
We've all been getting good rolls today. I feel.
It's a good day. I mean, we're kind of averaging out here.
So you want to explain?
So same same basic idea there. The flute is always minor illusion. That one was that's the dark middle chapter, so mostly spotlight, but you could see and the vocals, the pistachio. Everyone can feel that emanating from the deck under their feet. That is the angelic voice of Yeldon himself. He is singing accompaniment.
But it could be an
Hey,
illusion.
Wake, look down at your ice cream. It's covered in pistachios.
I don't want to die.
It's okay.
Wait. You said intimidation of a nat 20, right?
Yep.
Ah, fuck it. I would have failed that. I don't want to die.
It's okay.
My insight is 3.
The curse was only on pistachio.
They don't know that. They don't fucking know that. Everyone in the audience is like, oh, fuck, what have we done? All the nobles are losing their minds right now. Just like, we need to protect our kids.
I'm just going to scoop around this because this is good ice cream.
So, do you know what you just effectively did? You know how fucking D&D was considered the devil back in the 70s? You just did that with nuts in a D&D session.
No. I said he himself will never be able to partake of it.
That's fair. But
Yeah, the song is very clear. It is only the creator. Who
Look,
is
I
cursed.
think Eloy meant this when he said it.
It's an ironic curse.
We're going to go to war over this.
fuck the onrush. This is the big deal. Third act for this one. But out of the creeping darkness, a wall of light sprung forth. Everything's blind now.
Fuck me.
So think Justice League. Dudes walking out of light. Heroes of great might, great mind, and great heart rose up against the darkness. You watch as the map appears, and like you're watching as the entire like north section of Las Serranas is starting to get like just rot away, and then right as it gets to the middle part of it, it begins to like just halt, and there are just beacons of light coming from multiple points. Where even on the map, if people look at it on the Discord. Where a lot of the cities are, or a lot of the landmarks, that's where a lot of them are getting turned into light. Halting its very progress, these heroes only protected their homes, protected what was most important to them. But soon, they began to come across each other within their own personal wars to fight the onrush. As you see multiple, like, heroes. Like, here, there's what you think is Barabbas with the tower shield, slamming it down, and someone jumps over him and leaps in with a rapier and cuts a creature down. There's another person who comes in with a flaming bolt of magic, and then it spreads out as a spine of light reaches up and spread shots it out to kill multiple creatures. In time, they banded together, and with their combined strength, knowledge, and skill, they pushed the onrush back into the sea and crafted a band to send the evil creature upon his vessel to the north. The rot begins to melt away and form a face coming out of the sail itself. It almost looks like the sail is being pushed with it as people go, ah! But then the heroes all take their weapons together and form a single weapon, and a sword comes down and slashes it away, and it gets pushed out of the map. And this band, you know, is known today as the Leisure Main, as multiple fucking vessels out in the ocean just like appear and let off fireworks in the background.
You got the Navian on their act.
Yep. Time to roll. Oh, fuck me, and that 20.
Stiff competition.
It's okay. You got 2 of them.
So that's a... All right. So
And your hero is local.
Let me tally this shit up real quick. All right. Your go.
All All right.
Years passed, and not 2 days ago now, Coco and Sakura tracked Pistachio down at the Bulkard docks. "Brother," said they, "we must compete in the Mithril Chef Tournament and win the patronage of the cause, or Spumoni's crematorium will be shut down and handed over to Simon the Pie Monger." "No monger of pies shall have the birthright of the Spumoni family," cried Pistachio. "I will return from my exile, sweet sisters, and the three of us together shall win the tournament, as it was always meant to be." And win the tournament they did, yet Simon the Pie Monger was crafty. And when the calls handed down their judgment, he cried, "Let the chef taste of his creation." And the calls said, "Truly, it is only fitting that though the first scoop be for us, your patrons, the second scoop shall be for the chef. And the third scoop," Simon chuckled to himself, "shall be vengeance." Pistachio's sisters wept and pleaded, but he said, "Nay, sweet sisters, I have eluded my fate for lo these many years. If this be the price Selima demands of me for greatness, I shall not shy away from the payment." And he swallowed his scoop and died on the spot with the taste of the chocolate, the cherry, and the pistachio, all three together, still sweet on his lips. Spumoni's crematorium still serves the city of Eberkal to this day, the one small piece of winter in the city of summer. As for Simon the Pie Monger, he is now known as Simon the Poo Monger, having been sentenced to shovel out the Call's stables for his treachery.
Fuck you, Simon.
Tears in Ezra's eyes.
Yeah, that was like the end of Metal Gear Solid 3 moment where it's like,
She was a true patriot.
So during the bagpipe solo, I whip out my magical bagpipes and my robes of illusion, big finale, and drop a fucking hypnotic pattern on the crowd twice over and just fill their minds with images of delicious Spumoni ice cream.
Roll arcane with advantage.
It's on the edge. 17.
Is that with bonus or without?
That's with.
Okay. Let me roll real quick. Oh, nat 1. Everyone fucking is into it. So roll that performance with advantage.
17.
17. All right. Let's see. Now I gotta tally up your score. Oh, whoops. I accidentally gave his score, your score, on the last one.
How dare you!
Let me switch that. Sorry about that.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Cliff Eintunes Weinstein, our music guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was wondering where the music came from. I should have figured it's our guy.
Yep. Yeah, he was a real trooper and put that out, did a real quick turnaround on that, and just knocked it out of the park.
The crowd goes hush as Oslim takes the stand.
The very prince himself.
The very prince himself will decree the winner. Audience, I thank you for coming to this, the Battle of the Bands. May I ask of you to please raise your voice as I point to your victor. Everyone points to Nergalt. He gets a moderately loud roar.
Boo. I'll applaud my opponent.
Nope, that's good. The entire deck rises and screams. Your victor, Eloy.
Yay!
wiping tears away. Ezra's just clapping.
Nergalt turns
I still
to you.
miss him.
Nergalt turns to you, takes his cloak off, removes his hat, and takes a bow to you.
Oh, I bow back to him.
You have claimed yourself as a performer of valor through the College of the Wandering Scroll, the Wandering Scribe.
I thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. I will do the college proud wherever I go.
You get your money back.